New event, Tales of Slime. Conspiracy. 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 I dare say those are conspiracy. Some people from one of the smaller western nations are up to no good, and we are going to hold a secret summoning ritual. They are going to hold a secret summoning ritual. Comes from reliable source and positive, since they have been acting suspiciously for a while. I've kept them on my radar. Now it seems they have started dabbling in summoning rituals. We'll have to stop them if there's even the slightest possibility that I could end up creating another victim like Chloe. We can't afford to have any more children ending up in tragic situations like that. As the leader of the Crusaders, I can't really confront them in the open. It's not as if they have done anything outwardly wrong. They are big time donors, so you need some real solid evidence before the Crusaders can step in. If you took the risk and barged in only to find out that there wasn't any evidence that would put your position in jeopardy, then again, if you were to follow proper procedures and conduct an official investigation, they would most likely destroy the evidence. I'm sure the endorsement of the doctrine and the donations to the Holy Church are just a way to keep us from going after them. What I said just now is off the record. Excuse me. Then let's go to a little trip somewhere. I'll pay for your expenses. Sounds good. I was just in the mood for a day trip. Sure, we'll leave tonight then. Gotcha, I'll see you there. Let's just hope we can stop them before the ritual begins. What an honor it is to be able to serve as your attendant. You're again too excited. I hope you haven't forgotten that this isn't an actual trip. Of course, we just gotta stop the summoning ritual or something, right? Preventing some ritual from commencing should be easy enough for the two of us. We are being honest here. I'd do it on my own if it weren't for these circumstances. So let's teach them a real good lesson so that they'll never ever dream of hosting another summoning ritual. So we rushed to the scene where the summoning ritual was said to be taking place. Let the ritual begin and give us the power to purify this world from the evil that has rapidly occurred in it. Bring us a hero who will serve us. I don't mind you guys increasing your military strength, but I can't let you conduct rituals of this nature. Who are these guys that you don't need to know? Goof, well, that was disappointing. Now the ritual, they were just about to start summoning. Let's hurry up and stop this ritual. Then it may be a bad idea to try to mess with it. Can you analyze it for me? Please let me eliminate the ritual's technique. Yeah. God damn it, Shion. That technique, I have confirmed that the interference with the ritual technique has caused it to go out of control. This is bad. Where am I? We have been sucked into the rift in space-time. I assume that our current location is in between the original world and another world. Where's Shion and Hinata? They are not here. I need to find a way back. The magical beast. Encounter. I've been really losing strength ever since I ended up here. That's not good. Can you do something about it? The laws of this rift are not the norm. It will take some time to analyze and resist its powers. But how am I supposed to eliminate what's causing this? I kind of tell which direction my magicals are being absorbed from, so there's a clue in that direction. As much as I want to find Shion and Hinata, I need to find what's causing this before my magicals are depleted. It sure is dark and hard to see Hugh. Kind of reminds me of when I was in Valdora's cave. Is that Shion? Who are you? One person? How do you know my name? Your name's also Shion? So what if that's my name? Answer my question. I just happened to call out to someone who has the same name. My friend happens to have the same name as you, and your hair looks like yours too, so I mistook you. The same name, huh? She's looking at me really suspiciously. Well, I guess you wouldn't if some stranger suddenly called you your name. So why are you here? That's what I want to know. A hole suddenly appeared out of thin air, and I got sucked into it. You too? Yeah, but you weren't with us when we got sucked in, and of course we weren't with you either. This may be hard to believe, but it's pretty likely that we both got brought here from different worlds. Let me explain this based on my personal experience, but within space-time and the space-time chasm connects to two worlds. I guess I'm glad to know that there's a chance I can get back. Then why don't we work together as a team? There's magical beasts around, so it would be safer. It would probably be better if we worked together to find a way home. Let's decide then, let's find a way out, Shion. You can say that again. There's this place I'm curious about, so should we head there first? Ever since I landed here, I felt my magicals, or should I say powers, being sucked away from me. In that case, sure, but just don't get needlessly close to me. You don't want to get hurt, do you? Let's get going. Bracelet. A few hours later, anti-illusion magicals at an alarming rate. Because yeah, I am closer to the source, so that means the closer we get, the worse it will be. I'm probably gonna have to rely on Shion from another world soon. Seems like my powers are being absorbed too. It's not much, but I'm starting to feel a little fatigue. I'm sure it's the same cause as mine. Are you alright? You look pretty tired. I don't know how long for. I wish I could do something about it. Alright then. Your appearance, did I not tell you? I'm actually a slime. In fact, you remind me of those gummies we have back at home called gels. Gummies, do I look that tasty? Yeah, kind of. So if you're a slime, what was that with that look before? I decided to go back to slime form to prevent losing too much energy. It's using ranged attacks. Watch out, Shion. No, if you touch me. You're emitting some kind of spiky light. Anyway, let's hit the magical beast back. Take this water blade. You okay? What do you mean? You're not hurt, but you touched my thorns. Thorns? I detected severe pain from the light emitted by the individual Shion, so I negated it with pain nullification. You're really not in any pain. It would be so painful that you'd pass out. It's that painful, huh? Yes, but I wonder why you're okay. I don't feel any pain, you see? If that's true, then you're just like, I know, you just saved me from the magical beast, but like I told you earlier, don't approach me so carelessly. I shouldn't touch you. No, it's a curse, you see, but as long as you don't touch me, it's fine. But wouldn't those stones make it difficult for you to lead a normal life? Or Sure, but just don't. Why did it do a flashback? Because he dumb. I get the impression that she's a bit cold. Nothing, let's just keep going. No problem, I'm used to exploring all around town in this foam. It looks like we'll make it to where the magicals are being. Wait, what's this, a bracelet? There's a sword, gauntlet, and a jacket. Why would they be to here? Isn't that overdoing it? If you say so, it must be the right thing to do. Swallowed up, Beelzebub. Commencing analysts. At a glance, these pieces of equipment look pretty good. They could even be an ultra legendary class. I didn't make them disappear, I devoured them so that they are in my stomach now. You really are a slime and not a human. Goo. More magical beasts. You're assuming that the source that's sucking up all the power is up ahead, right? Yeah, judging from the magicals are flowing too, it should be just about where those magical beasts are. Yeah, alright, let's try to devour. They notice us from this distance. They've got better sensing abilities than the earlier ones. You are going to take them all on? You are number like crazy. Not so fast, Demon Fan. And done. Hinata and Shion tell you sorry for taking so long to get here. Don't apologize, but Hinata, you look like you have got plenty of energy. Yeah, mainly absorbing magicals, that makes sense. Who's he? Alpine? We were suddenly transported to this strange place. If it weren't for these people, I may have. We can catch up later. Let's focus on the magical beast for now. Wear and tear. The magical beast flinched, do it, Alpine. Otherworld, Shion and the swordsman are incredibly skilled. It seems like you have lost a lot of magicals. I'm glad you three came. The situation is so bad that I can barely keep up my mimic. I hate to admit it, but me too. You'd think that Shion would be in the even more dangerous state since she has fewer magicals. Given the situation, I assume the source chose to absorb magicals from these with a higher volume. Given the situation, I assume source chose to absorb magicals from those with a higher volume. It targeted me. That almost sounds like it has a will. Are you alright, swordsman? You must be pretty exhausted since you were fading up front. I'm not going to start complaining just yet. Stop trying to be a show-off. I know you have lost lots of strength. I wasn't being a show-off, but I owe you big time. You saved me. You would have done the same. You two know each other, right? I haven't introduced you to him. He's Alpine. We have been traveling together. I've heard a lot about you from Hinata. But man, you really are a slime. Honestly, you look more like gel. It's such a surprise that you were with my friends. What a coincidence. I saw your Shion from behind and mistook her for our Shion. When I called out her name in a hurry, she ended up being someone completely different. He spoke to me so familiarly that I was about to strike him on impulse. You're misleading them, Rimuru. I didn't try to strike you, did I? But I guess if it came to it, I would have struck you down. Maybe now is not the best time to be chatting. What's that? A ginormous magic bullet, and it's still absorbing our magicals, getting bigger as we speak. Doesn't it remind you of something? It's just like the spirit vessel. Astral energy, the fundamental energy that resides in all life and matter in our world. Although we are not losing much, I don't understand how it's able to absorb our astral energy without even possessing a core. If we accidentally send it off, it would probably wipe out an entire town just like that. I'll devour it down. I don't mean to doubt you, but you're still losing magicals. What? But it's the safest way, no? Either that thing absorbs all my magicals, or I devour it before it gets the chance. It's a duel. Beelzebub. Within the energy cluster, the chaotic energy has started to stabilize and appears to be transforming into Pacific form. The dragon. But it shifted the shape of a magical beast. It's like a spirit vessel turned into a beast. Whether it's a beast or not, there's only one thing to do. I'll devour it. Take care, Rumu. I wouldn't sit well with me if you ended up dying because of the summoning ritual. You can't fight that on your own. She's not on her own. I'm here, and so is Alpine. Yeah. Ooh, we'd better take a step back. This is such a fierce battle in our current state. The shock waves alone would be enough to wipe us out. Isn't there anything I can do? There's gotta be something I can do. Even I've completed the analysis of the equipment you devoured earlier. The equipment, I've identified an unknown energy within the equipment. Releasing it may temporarily restore your strength. What the? I can feel a power flowing within me and visions appearing in my mind. Yuri, do you have a minute? You're mean. Is this a memory that lives within the bracelet? Did you see the ballista core anywhere? You know, the shiny piece in the center. The ballistia won't work with the core missing. The aristocrat who came to do repairs was the last person to touch it. He lives in the royal quarter. Forget about it, Yuri. Give us his hand here. Oppressing commoners, I guess this sort of thing happens in most worlds. Wait just a minute. You're not seriously thinking of going to Mr. Modio's place, are you? I wouldn't be caught dead going to a place like that. Who's hoping he doesn't do anything crazy? You really don't like opening up, do you? But I kind of get that. But could you lend me a hand? I have people, or should I say my friends, that I would do anything to save, so please help. Yuri? Your appearance. I don't really know what's going on, but I should be able to fight now. Dragon Soul. Are you alright? And Ate, he just used, I don't know why, but this bracelet, this outfit tells me how to use these powers. Kept you waiting, guys. Let's finish with Tone. It won't go down. The longer the battle drags on, the weaker we are gonna get. And yet, I don't know if this is a crossover with a video game or a different anime, because I don't know this one. Let's get it over with and live on the future we chose. This vision just now, you're alright, we're gonna get back to our own worlds. We are gonna going to live on. In the future, we chose Savage Wolf Fury. I won't hold back. I'm using all my power. I'm going to use Blazing Sword. This ends now. Consider yourself finished. That skill Rimuru used was amazing, but that thing Alpine and Xion just unleashed, it wasn't ridiculous. Not only the magical beasts, but they went beyond them and crack, crack, crack. What's that sound? It seems that attacks cause a crack in a rift in space-time. Could that create a rift that would save us the trouble for looking one? It's opening up nicely, right? Ooh, it's just like when we ended up here, such an incredible force is sucking us in. So you're going into a rift within a rift. We got pulled in pretty hard. Is everyone okay? I can tell from the air that we are back. It seems like we are somehow back somewhere in the forest of Jura. This is definitely our world. We were only trying to stop a summoning ritual, and look where that got us. I never want to be put into that sort of danger again. I'm sure they'll forgive me if there ever comes a time where I can return them to whoever they are. I'll make sure to thank you all tenfold. It's a case closed, Xion. I'm not too sure about that. Judging from what you were just saying, it must be your world, huh? Why you two here to that? I'll say the exact same words I said before. That's what I want to know. I appeared out of thin air and I got sucked right in. I guess that it's best than last time, since we didn't get separated. What the hell are we going to do? Part 2. Visit. Alpines, Xion, why are you two here? I'll say the exact same words I said before. That's what I want to know. A hole suddenly appeared out of thin air and I got sucked right in. It's better than last time, since we didn't get separated. What the hell are we going to do? Don't suddenly raise your voice like that. So this is your world. There's so much nature and the air is clear. Seemed pretty calm despite having just landed in another world. There's no point in panicking. It's just a waste of time and energy. We were able to get out of that rift in space-time and land in your world. I know that walls can be torn down. I'm sure we can get back to our own. Seriously, we are sorry we ended up bringing you guys over to our world. If we hadn't met you all, we may not have been able to escape that rift in space-time. We are grateful for that. We'll do our very best to support you too. What do you have in mind? I think we can use the same rift in space-time that brought you here. I don't feel its presence nearby. Just a minute ago, we were celebrating the rift closing. Is it just me, or is that bracelet of yours glowing ever so slightly? Maybe our worlds are still connected. Could it be the rift hasn't completely disappeared? I'm being hypothetical, but still I feel like the owner of this bracelet is guiding us. Don't look at me, that wasn't me. Come to think of it, we haven't had anything to eat or drink ever since we ended up in that rift. So that wasn't me, but still I agree we should get some food. So do you have anywhere in mind? Our town's pretty close by. Let me show you around. We are not from here. In fact, we are not even from your world. We don't have any restrictions like that, so you should be fine. The entire federation is that a bit of an exaggeration? After all, that would make us like state guests. You speak like you're a real big shot in your country. I'm the chancellor, after all. I'd be shocked too if that's how I found out. Let's invite Alpine and Shion to Tempest. We are going to entertain you like crazy. It's going to take a little more time to finish analyzing the rifts, so I'm sorry, you'll have to stay in our world a bit longer. Don't worry about food, clothes, or shelter. I'll make sure that you're all covered. But I'm sorry to already ask this of you 3 times as much as I do, so could you make sure she gets fed 3 times as much? But Yoshion likes to eat, huh? I'm sure Shuna will have 3 times the fun cooking for her. There was this one time back home when we had to keep cooking the same dish until... Oh, look who's here. What's that glare for? Why are you leaving without a word? I guess she heard me call her glutton. Welcome. Here we are. This is Joe of Tempest Federation. Removes Nation. This sounds huge. I've never seen all these races. We are all good guys, so don't be nervous around them. We are glad that you are alright. We hadn't seen you for a while, so everyone was starting to worry. There must be the guests we were informed of. We are in a hurry, but everything's going steadily so far. You're so quick to get to work. I knew I could count on you and Shuna. It seems that the townsfolk already knew that we would be arriving. I don't really understand it, but that sounds like a useful skill. Let's eat and rest up. We can talk about the future later. I immediately contacted my allies for support and got the ball rolling. We have 2 main objectives. The first is to find the rift in space-time, and when we came out of the rift, we found ourselves at the Force of Joar. For this, I asked Kuriyama and the security force to handle it, and second objective is to investigate the summoning ritual. If that ritual was the trigger that caused the rift in space-time, then looking into it may give us a clue. My fellow, you have already analyzed the equipment I picked up, and not just the bracelet I'm using, right? Would you like to use them? But let's take them out and have a look. Maybe they will give us a hint. Maybe I ought to use them, but I don't know. Something tells me that that's not it. Maybe they want to be used by someone else. Now that I've finished handing them out, let me give you a quick tour of our town today. I hope you'll enjoy Tempest. We have done what we can for now. We have worn out from the rift in space-time. What should we do is nourish our energy. What about your training? Haku is gonna give you hell if you ditch practice. This town show is amazing. Did something surprise you again? Everyone who visits you for the first time gets a bit of a culture shock, so I gather this is an unusual sight. In our world, people are divided into the oppressed and oppressors based solely on whether they were born Dadan and Renin, and both sides discriminate against one another. We have gone through a lot, but I don't really feel like I had to bring everyone together myself. They just happened to come together at deals. I just wanted to build a nation where everyone, be they monsters, human, could live together. You downplay it as childish, but you tone it into reality. Honestly, I'm really impressed. Thanks. I'm only halfway there, but I'm glad to hear it. There's something that's been bothering me a little bit. What is it? I get the feeling that Shion's from the other world is kind of keeping her distance, like she's really trying not to get too close. Dangerous. Bears something called Curse of Thorns. Anyone that touches her gets struck with an intense pain. How do you know about that? I accidentally met the Curse of Thorns when I protected Shion back in the rift. Well, as far as it was, you were just like Alpine. But basically, you see, I also don't feel any pain thanks to that. I can afford to be a bit reckless without worrying about getting hurt. Think about me, I'm the one who has to heal your bones every time you use Blazing Sword. Come to think of it, that's true, but I can't believe that it's not much of a concern for you. Isn't that Shuna over there? Hi, Shuna. Were you able to sleep well last night? Very well, most of all. Your cooking was incredible. It was an honor that you kept coming back for seconds. I'll make sure to use all my cooking skills to make you another delicious meal today. Fish, huh? In that case, we'll go fishing ourselves. It'll be a great way for these guys to nourish their energy while having a bit of fun. I don't mind, but what about you, Shion? Let's decide then. It's pulling. It's almost like we are the ones being fished. Hang in there. Now lift up the rod in one go. This is fishing. I thought it would be more about waiting patiently. I thought you said we would go get to nourish our energy. This fish is too heavy. Let me help it. If you touch me. Eek! That looked painful. Are you sure you want to leave him like that? Besides, he gets drilled on a daily basis, so he's used to it. Every rose has its stones, huh? And thus we served them the fresh fish we caught, but boy, the Shion from the other world sure eats a lot. A few days later, an unsettling report arrives from Shire. Morning, you two. I'm glad you two seem to recovered well. Thanks, the food here is so good that we always end up eating too much every day. Our chief chef is so good that she constantly wows the heads of so many. I spoke with someone who seemed to know what's going on, and they said that the Sosos are heading towards Tempest. Are they out for revenge? There's no possible way they could have known. I have yet to find the rift in space-time, but I did spot something that I think you ought to know about. I have confirmed the existence of the ritual reported by individual Soka. Summoning ritual was conducted in the previous discussed small nation. The fact that they are doing it now can only mean one thing. Let us begin the ritual. Give us the power to purify this world from the evil that is rapidly occurring in it. The evil that is rapidly occurring in it, they're talking about us. They are targeting us all along. Worst case scenario, they'll summon those magical beasts from the rift that absorb magicals. This is bad. You see, I don't think I understand everything, but I know now is not the time to be sitting around doing nothing. Do I need a reason to help a friend? There was a good reason for us to get involved. After all, this ritual can somehow connect our world with yours. Will you be joining me then? Let's get going. I don't think we have much time. If this ritual goes according to plan, we will destroy Tempest, my hundreds of brethren, and devour my soul. May the gate to the other world open. The gate has been opened. Now reveal yourself, the hero who shall vanquish evil. Why did the magical beast appear? We asked for a hero. Or was it because it went out of control, like last time? Whether it's a magical beast or a hero, as long as it destroys the enemy of mankind. You flamed out, huh? Well, I ought to thank you for resurrecting the rift in space-time. Of course, it's absorbing my magicals. This thing's basically a natural predator. But it's going to be difficult to ask for backup from Tempest. I need you to lend me your powers again. Alright, let's do this. That voice. Roll an assault. That outfit and move just now, it's Melia's, the original owner of the sword you gave me. I can fight knowing that Melia is by my side. I make up for all the time I spent watching from the sidelines. What's that thing doing? It's heading towards the rift. No way. It devoured the rift. You can eat the rift. You have also previously predated a rift in space-time. What do we do? The rift's disappeared. We'll need to come up with a new way, but first we need to stop the beast. Oh, attacks are landing, but it's absorbing more magicals. This thing couldn't have appeared at the worst place. Valdo is grabbing more magicals than I do. If this beast keeps absorbing all our magicals, it's seriously going to get out of hand. I estimate that once it exceeds its limits, it will result in a massive explosion. Based on the amount of magicals, roughly 30% of the Great Force, including Tempest, will perish. The target has absorbed almost all of your magicals back in the rift in space-time. It possesses now exceeds that of yours. You try to compete with the beast to see who could absorb more magicals. You will be at a disadvantage due to the current state in magicals. If we don't do something now, the magical beast will eventually explode and take out a giant chunk of Tempest with it. The rift it devoured is only way for you guys to get back. If we defeat that thing through brute force, we could end up destroying the rift within it. Unfortunately, that leaves us with only one option. I have to take down the magical beast. I need to protect my people in Tempest. That settles it then. Wait, don't tell me. I don't know. Don't want you to sacrifice your people. But we can't just give up either. I don't want to sacrifice someone for us either. Even if you can't deal with it on your own, you're not alone. Walls stand in our way. They can be thrown down. We can tear them down. Why did you kill Kumo? You know it's not our place to pass sentence on the crimes of others. And just what laws do you think would have punished him? The laws have always been the tools of whoever happens to hold all the chips. If the laws are at fault, then fixing those laws comes first. It's for that very reason that I'm still with the Imperial Knights. Yoru himself knows what he's done too, but you can't deny that lives were saved because those bastards were put down. That's not what I'm saying at all. Alright, there, people are so bad they will just go on holding others. What can the average person do but be victimized by people like that? What are you doing isn't right. Do you intend to rain your justice down on the... I recognize it for what it is, and I made my choice. Murder's a crime, and even knowing that, you intend to dirty your hands. So you chose your path, even if your friend would never truly understand. This memory is really important to you, right? Why have you shown it to me? I'll choose... No, I've already chosen. I'm going to save both us and the other worlders. Not against your choice, but do you have a plan? We'll just grind and grind and grind. We won't even give it a chance to explode. Our attacks are exceeding the pace at which the target is absorbing magicals. All beginnings must end, let it be by my hand. Elemental mastery. You don't have to tell me. It's time to finish this consuming wildfire. Let's press on. Follow me, Rimuru, Ryzen, Wyvern. You want me to add on? Okay, it's my first time, but I'm sure you will guide me. Divine Wolf. Stardust. Severn Fane. Rising Falcon. Tiger Blade. Descends now. Dragon Swarm. Due to that combo, the target's magicals have been temporarily reduced significantly. We couldn't do this back in the rift in space-time, but let's see who can devour the other's magicals quicker. Beelzebub. You have successfully devoured the target. We made it. That was amazing. I can't believe you devoured that huge magical beast. Did it work? The rift's in my stomach now. It was a gamble, but I'm really glad it paid off. Most of all, it's thanks to your words of encouragement that I was able to make a choice. It's going to take a while for us to get it under control, but it looks like we'll be able to get you guys home. Thanks, I appreciate it. I don't want to end up staying here for too long, though. Everyone thinks he's so tasty. The more I eat, the more I'm going to miss this place. Isn't that obvious? Let's have a huge party to celebrate our victory. It'll be the most lavish celebration with everything that Tempest has to offer. Feel free to rest instead. I know you don't like social gatherings. I was just trying to be considerate. Well, that was that.